All right, y'all. We are here for the last day of athletics at the Olympics, and this was the hardest day for me. This was the hardest day for me, which I'm glad it took me a minute. I was gonna have to get this video out longer, or at least later, because my cousin had a gender reveal that I had to go to after the meet ended. That's why it's late. That's the reason why it's late. But I'm glad I did give it this much time because I had to. I was sad, man. I was sad. If you've been watching me, you know why. If you don't, you about to find out why. But other than that, I do want to say, all in all, I feel like the meet itself was great. It was one of the best, in terms of performance, one of the best meets, the best Olympic meets that track and field has had in a while. The talent, everybody was there, putting their best foot forward, putting on a show for all of us. So I think it was really, really good for track. Who knows if the new viewers that were watching are going to continue to follow track the way us in the track community do. That would be great. It would help grow the sport. Don't think it's going to happen, but hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. But I'm going to be here. I'm going to be covering it for the rest of the time. Those of y'all that have joined me over the week, I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all stay here with me because I'm going to be here because Diamond Leagues start back not this coming week, but the week after. I'm going to be there talking about it. So, yeah, I'm here, but let's go ahead and get on into the last day of coverage. And also, if you're new here, please subscribe. If you're not new here, you should already know what I'm about to tell you. But if you are new here, please thumbs up the video, drop the comments down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts on the entire meet itself, especially today's events. So let's go. All right, so we started the sprints. Well, I wouldn't even say the sprints. I don't really talk about the 800 because I don't really know too much about it. But the 800 happened. It was a really, really good race. They ran 1 minute, 41 seconds. Crazy time, amazing time. Bryce Hopper of the United States finished fourth. He was trying his hardest to kick home, but he just didn't have enough in the tank. So unfortunately, he did not get a medal. But we're going to move to the event that I was anticipating, but dreading all at the same time because my nerves were shot. The first hour leading up to this, I get really, really cold, especially my feet. My feet get really, really cold when I'm nervous. But y'all know why I was nervous. Lele is on the line. She's the only woman on the line without a sponsorship. This is a big, big deal. And I'm like, I really, really want her to get a medal. But everybody gets out there. Anybody on this line, like we said, could win. Like the hurdles are so deep. Anybody on that line could win because, as we saw, the two previous world champions and world record holder Toby Emerson and Danielle Williams got eliminated in the semifinals. Anybody can win. So looking at everybody get out here, we have 3 Americans here. They're all lined up right next to each other. Grace Stark, Masai Russell, Alaysha Johnson. Then we got next to Lay, we got Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, the reigning champion who's trying to defend her title. Next to her is the indoor world record holder and world champion right now, Devynne Charlton. On the outside, we got Ackera Nugent, who has run 12:28 this year. On the far end, on the other end, is France hometown girl, previous world indoor champion and current silver medalist indoors world champion, Cyrena Samba-Mayela. And then we got Nadine Visser, who is right in there in between her and Grace Stark. So it's a tough final. Anybody can win. And like we said, it's a hurdle race. Anybody can hit a hurdle, and when you hit that hurdle, it can take you out the race. Like immediately. Let's go. Here we go. So the race starts. Well, before the race even started, I want to talk about this. Jasmine, I don't know if y'all caught it, but if you saw Jasmine, whenever they put him up for set, Jasmine flinched. They didn't call it. So the race continued. I feel like if they would have called it, something different might have possibly happened, but they didn't call it. So the race went. So they went immediately. Lele shot out the blocks. She shot out the blocks, as did Grace. The way Lay was running up to those first 2 hurdles, and no, I'm not being biased, even though that is my girl. She was looking like she was ready to win. Like her form was perfect. Her rhythm was starting to get really, really perfect. Masai right next to her on 2 hits 2. She didn't hit it with her lead leg. Her lead leg got over it, and it was like the back of her lead leg that got hit with the hurdle but she was clean over that hurdle, so she was good. It didn't stop her momentum. She kept going. Next hurdle, well, actually in the first hurdle, Ackera Nugent hit it. So right now we've already got 2 hurdles hit in the first 2. Next hurdle, Lay's lead leg, that foot hit it, got caught in it, threw her off. She's out of the race now at this point. The rest of the girls are going. Lay's trying to catch back up. It's too late. My heart was broken. But watching the rest of the girls, Nadine, Visser, and Cyrena are out here on 2. So at this point, 2 and 3 are the race. You look at them, they're out more than the rest of the girls. So, and then you look at Grace, Masai, and Jasmine, they're essentially together. Devyn's a little bit behind them, but those 3 are together coming into like hurdle 7. Masai gets a surge at like 9. And at this point, Visser is falling back. Jasmine's building steam. Grace is kind of falling back. But out wide in 2, Cyrena is gone. Cyrena was leading them over 8. 8, 9, 10. Coming off 10, Cyrena was in the lead. Like I told y'all yesterday, Masai done worked on that close. That close that she has is something serious. Because usually, as y'all know, if you follow Masai Russell indoors in her collegiate years, her start has always been, in my opinion, her strongest point. Indoors, like, she always got out them blocks and got out hard. Like, she cleared them. She got out so hard, she had no choice but to clear all of them faster than everybody else. But this season, it looks like her start is not, it's not bad, but it damn sure isn't the same start that she had indoors. But that close, we talking about 100 hurdles. We're not talking about 60. We're not talking about 60 meters. We're not talking about only 6 hurdles. We're talking about 10. You need a close to win the race. And that's what she did. It came down to a lean on the line between her, Cyrena, and Jasmine. It was really between her and Cyrena. She outleaned Cyrena. They was looking like, oh my God, what's going on? They all looking up at the board. Cyrena didn't know what was going on. Masai didn't know what was going on. Then you see Masai jumping up and down. We immediately knew that she won. She won 12:33. Cyrena Samba-Mayela, when she saw silver, she started crying, and I was just so happy for her. I was so happy for her. I really, when Lay got out the race, I was like, I hope she wins. Because the way she was looking and the way she was super duper close, and it would be great for that country to win. And I love her. I feel like she is one of the new faces of the 100-meter hurdles for sure. She's 23 years old. She's killing it. Like, she came out of, I don't want to say she came out of nowhere, but this year in terms of the hurdles, the 100 hurdles, she came out of nowhere. She's always been good indoors, but she's gotten herself so improved this season outdoors. She's special. Like, she's gonna be here for a while, and I'm happy that she got silver. But the Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, she was the reigning Olympic champion. She finished bronze. Jasmine, she cannot not medal. She will find a way to get a medal. Ever since she got that medal at the Olympics, she always found a way to get a medal afterwards. She got bronze at 2022 World Championships. She got silver last year at World Championships, and she got bronze again here at the Olympics. That's not easy. That's not easy at all. She ran 12:36. Nadine Visser 12:43, as did Grace Stark. Those are not slouch times. Devynne Charlton 12:56. Lele finished that race. I was so proud of her for doing that. You could tell she just wanted to. She tried her. She knew she was out the race, but she wanted to give it her all to see if she could get back in the race. She was so, you could tell she was mad. Like, I can read lips. She said, "Fuck!" Like, when she finished the race, it's like, I really, really hope, because her getting into, like I say all the time, her getting into the Olympics, she deserved a contract before that, but her being an Olympian, she should get a contract. Her getting to the finals as the fastest woman there, like, her time was the fastest time going into the finals, and it would have gotten her a silver medal if she ran that race. That same race, if she ran that same race today, she would have gotten a silver medal. But the way she was running, them first 2 hurdles, she looked like she could have ran 12-2. Like, she would have medaled if she finished that race, if you ask me. And she probably would have won. That's just my thoughts. But shout out to Ackera Nugent, too, because she tweeted, let me find the tweet, because Ackera has been going through something the past couple weeks. And like I said, she's no slouch either. Ackera Nugent is not one to play with. She's fast. 12:28. You can't, like, come on. But she had put out a tweet. She said, a week ago, I didn't have no feel in my lower body and my legs were swollen, but God showed up for me. I walk away an Olympic finalist. All glory to God. When the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. So she's either been injured or it sounds like maybe, I don't want to say she was paralyzed, but that's what it sounds like, swollen and couldn't feel her legs. But she got to the finals after all that happened. Yes, she didn't finish the race, but she got to the finals. That's a feat in itself. But Masai Russell, congratulations to her. Like I said, Masai, she's turned it around for herself. She's had the talent. Like I tell you, her and Alaysha Johnson are literally very similar when it comes to their hurdling. Like, they have all the talent in the world. It's just making sure that they don't make the mistakes. Because if they don't make the mistakes, stuff like this can happen. And you see Masai, even though she hit a hurdle, she recovered. She finished the race the way she's supposed to finish it. And she leaned on the line and she gave the best lean. And that's how you win. So shout out to her. She brings that medal back home. It's big for her because, like I said, she's always been in the mix, especially in college. And she was always a favorite to win, but she never won. She never won until this year. Her first year as a pro, she ended up winning the trials to get here and ends up winning the Olympics in her first. That's amazing. That is amazing. But shout out to her. Shout out to Cyrena. Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to every woman that lined up. Big shout out to my girl, Lele. Love you down. This is not the end. World champion loading. Just super proud of her. Happy that she got to the finals. And the hurdles, man, the hurdles. But that broke my heart. It broke my heart. And I'm still broken. But she's got a great team around her, a great camp around her. Mo Wells is not going to let her quit. He's going to be there with her the whole time, picking her up. She's got a great family, great support system. So send her all the love. Send her all the love. But now we're going to move to the last two events, which were exciting. These kind of got my spirits back up, even though they were still kind of low. But my spirits are back up. The men's 4x400 final. We have Chris Bailey, Vernon Norwood, Bryce Deadmon, and Rye Benjamin, the 400-meter hurdles reigning champion now. They are running, and they're up against Tobago and his Botswana team about a 4x4. So this was kind of low-key about to be a blowout. Chris Bailey gave a very, very strong first leg. Vernon Norwood, he's been the king of the legs in the 4x4s. He killed it on the mixed in the heats and in the relays. The heats when they broke the world record. The finals, he did an amazing job with his leg. In the heats for the men's 4x4, we saw how he made up the ground to get us back into contention after what happened with Quincy Wilson's leg. But he burnt his leg up. He tore his leg up. And then Bryce got the stick and he took off running like it was 100 meters. And I was nervous. I'm like, you going out so hard right now, even though they weren't super far ahead, but it was like he had like a good amount of space in between to where he kind of could just pace himself to then break it the last 100. But he did what he needed to do and he held up going into Rye. And it came down to Rye versus Tobago. Let's see, Tobago. That one was a good matchup because Tobago was trying to close and he was closing. Let me see if I don't think I got his split, but I think he ran like 43.03. 43.03 in the 400. That man is my favorite. He's my favorite male sprinter right now. Leslie Tobago is my favorite male sprinter right now. I had that in my mind going into the Olympics, but like watching him here, it solidified to me that he is my favorite. And I'm glad that he's my favorite because he's young. He's going to be able to carry throughout the next course of the next 10 or so years. So it's good seeing these young kids starting to really make a name for themselves because we can now see because certain generations are starting to move out of it. And we got the new generation coming in, like with Masai winning and Tobago. That's what it is. But the men, the 4x400 winners was the U.S. team. They set a new Olympic record. They blitzed. I'm trying to find the time, but I can't see right now. Hold on, I'm scrolling up to it right now. They 2 minutes and 54 seconds. That's the new Olympic record. They killed it. And I'm looking at this final leg again. Tobago was literally hunting Rye like that was his prey. Like, he is literally right here behind him. Rye is just smooth, but Tobago's smooth too. And he trying to close in like a snake would close in. And that was a good leg to watch coming home. So shout out to them boys. Shout out to Botswana. They finished second. But the splits, Chris Bailey ran 44.50 on the first leg. Vernon 43.30 on the first leg. Bryce 43.50 on, and then Rye 43.13. Like, them boys was moving. That is the second fastest time in world history. That's crazy. And they point 14 seconds off of the damn world record. They killed that. Killed it. But they got upstaged by the women. What? So the women that got out there on the first leg was Shamier Little. That's a beast. Second leg. Right now, she's the best athlete in track and field. She's the best athlete in all of athletics. The best. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. And when I say the best, she proved that she's the best this year alone. Because she ran in like 4 different events and killed everybody. In the 200, she beat Gabby Thomas. She beat Abby Steiner. She beat Jenna Prandini. She beat Brittany Brown. She beat them good. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, she beat them on the line. She beat them good. And if you didn't see it, go look. And then she ran 100 hurdles this year too. Ran 12.7. I mean, maybe 12.6. And that was early in the season. 12.6. And then she ran the 400. We already know how she ran in the 400, especially given her split here that we're about to talk about in a minute. And then we know how she ran in the 400 hurdles. Like, she ran 50.35 to set the world record, and that would have gotten her in the damn final for the 400. Crazy. But, yeah, Sydney was on the second leg. Third leg, Gabby Thomas. Gabby been running. Gabby been running in this Olympics. She ran in the 4x1. She ran in the 200. And now she's running the 4x4. And we know Gabby can run 400s because we saw it last season. And then she's been running some legs and on the relays to try and get to this moment here. So everything she's been doing has been to set up for her to have this moment here. And then to finish it up on anchor leg is Alexis Holmes, who has been anchoring home the last 2 world championships. Is it the last 2 world championships? Basically indoor world relays. She ran a world relays. I don't think she did. But she ran a world championships last year, ran down Femke Bol, made Femke Bol fall on her face. And Alexis Holmes has surged into her being one of the favorites in the 400 for the women in the United States. But stacked. And Shamier Little, as she always does, she gives us a great... She burnt that first leg up. And she didn't even really need to do it because Sydney was about to get that baton. And Sydney took that stick, and when I tell you, them girls, like, I was like, you could have easily put Sydney on the final leg, but putting her on the second leg with these group of women, anybody could have ran any leg if you ask me. But Sydney stretched that hoe so she stretched it so bad. It was like, she's like right. Let me do this one. She's right here. And the rest of them are like right here. Second, third, and fourth is right here. Like, that's how big of a lead it was. But she ended up passing that off to Gabby. Gabby was pulling away as well. It just got even worse as the next legs went. And then Alexis Holmes was pretty much having a damn victory lap. She was gone. That lead was so crazy. But they ran an American record. And I don't know if you don't watch track, you don't know what I'm talking about. This is an American record for the US. Like, and this record stood since 86. Flojo ran the last time it was broke. 1986. I wasn't even born. That was 9 years before I was born. And that record has stood since 86. And they just broke that hell today. And that was the way to end. That was the way to end the night. That was the way to end the meet. That was the way to end the Olympics. Them women, shout out to them. They won gold. Sydney has now left with 2 golds, which adds 4 to a total of 4 in total for her. She got 2 last Olympics, 2 golds this Olympics. Gabby Thomas walked in here and got 3 gold medals. She got it in the 4x1. She got it in the 200. And now she got it in the 4x4. Shamier Little, first Olympic appearance. She got a silver medal, broke the world record in the mixed 4x4. Got a gold medal here, broke the American record. And it's special for her too, because she probably would have been on that 400 hurdle team if she didn't run that 400 all 3 rounds like she did at trials. So it's just special because she got to be here and she walked away with 2 medals where it wasn't guaranteed that she would have gotten one in the 400 hurdles. But she walked away with 2 medals. Alexis Holmes got her gold medal. She got in the finals, her first appearance. It's just special. It's super special. And then you got the teams, both teams, the men and the women hugging and stuff. Like, they both set records. Like, that was an American record, second fastest time all time for the women. Shamier's split was 49.48. Sydney's was 47.71. That woman ran 47.71 in 400 meters. When she runs the 400, the open 4, when she finally commits to running that full time, that record is going down. Gabby ran 49.30. Alexis ran 48.78 on the final. Like, them girls was moving. But shout out to Quincy Wilson. He becomes the first and the youngest track and field athlete ever to win a gold medal. To win a medal, but to win a gold medal. He's leaving, and then his tweet that he put on Twitter, you're talking about something, I got to go back to school in 2.5 weeks, and had his gold medal. I said, if that's not the biggest flex, I don't know what it is. But shout out to them. Great Britain finished 3rd, and the Netherlands 2nd. Femke Bol, on that anchor leg, she was gone because they was in 4th. It was Great Britain and Ireland ahead of her. You know how she going to run somebody down. You know how she going to run them down. She couldn't run down Alexis, though, because Alexis was too far gone. But she ran them down to get 2nd and give them silver. So Femke Bol has left out of here with 3 medals as well. She got gold in the mix. She got every medal. She got gold in the mix, 4x4. She got silver here. And she got bronze in the 400 hurdles. It's been great. It's been a great Olympics. That's it, y'all. That's it. I am signing off for the Olympics. This is my 2nd time covering athletics at the Olympics. I did it my first year on YouTube. I'm doing it now. And I'm signing off. I want to thank y'all again for joining me. It's been eventful. It's been more happy times than sad, even though there's been some sad times. And I did have probably the saddest one for me personally today. But she gonna bounce back. Lay gonna bounce back. She got Diamond Leagues. I think she's in the Diamond League, not this coming week, but the next week. She gonna be coming for heads. World champion in loading. But yeah, thank y'all. Please thumbs up the video if you've gotten this far and haven't already. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new. And I will see y'all at the Diamond League. Peace. And then Athlos too, but I'll see y'all then. And then Grand Slam track next year. We're going to have a ball. But I'll see y'all then. Peace.